was the resulting work from my time travel project. Fiona's Time Travelling Adventures, issue 1. Happy birthday, Fiona. I blow out my candles and say I wish I'd seen more of the 80s in New York City. I go to sleep. But birthday magic hangs in the air. And on the stroke of midnight, poof, I'm woken by an alarm that says it's 8:30. It's not my alarm clock. I'm like, oh my God, what is this fuckery? I've got an afro perm. My front door's not my front door. My paper's not my paper. My mind's like blown. I look at the view from my window and I see a metropolis. Uptown, downtown, turn the beat around town, hip hopping, bitty beat bopping. There's no stopping to the sound of the New York City beat. My phone starts ringing. I call like, hello. Quick call to congratulate you on the Times Square campaign, Fran. I'll swing by after work. Fran? Take me to Times Square. I go to Times Square. I go in a cab to see what campaign I'm apparently involved in. She walks up and down, and amongst the nightclub posters but dominating the walls and windows were the Guerrilla Girls posters. A group of strong, independent women who need equality from men, and they will not take any more gender inequality. And then the penny drops. I'm Francesca Woodman, the late photographer. And they started their campaign at the Museum of Modern Art. So they got good and mad about it, and being the capable women they were, they decided to do something. They went to the Ministry of Modern Art, Museum of Modern Art, and made their voices heard and began their quest to bring about the equality within the art world. There was guerrilla warfare in New York City. Give us fair play, we aren't going away. And so the women of the arts put down their lippy and stepped up to the microphones, because they were more than their reflections. Because sometimes you have to put on a mask and show them who they're dealing with. They spoke, and not distracted by their appearances, people paid attention. And not because we're ugly, but because maybe being beautiful makes other people forget our ability and power and what we are capable of. They don't know it yet, but they are going to go on to change the art world for women and other minorities. In 2021, after more than 3 decades, they're still rattling cages and making newspaper pages. Although I'm quite distressed, I helped change things for the better, but I don't know where I live. I'm lost in New York City, and I'm so knackered I could sleep on a chicken's lip. So I went to the only place that I knew, Central Park, where I met Gary, a hobo with some hooch in a brown paper bag. We got twatted and fell asleep on a park bench. When I woke up, I was home in my own bed with my family, who I'd never been happier to see. I woke up at a reasonable hour. I should have known it was a dream, because Fiona never wakes before 10 a.m. Though when the first article on my news feed was Alyssa Carson, she knew that she'd been sent back because she had work to do. And I feature a newspaper clip about Kendall Jenner in a swimsuit goes viral online. But on the right, a photograph of Alyssa Carson, a 19-year-old astronaut who became the youngest person in history to overcome all of NASA's aerospace tests, and is now preparing to be the first human to travel to Mars. It's not hard to deduce which one of these is most popular and globally admired, yet this situation tells us the disproportionate value that society gives to beauty stereotypes, while women struggle every day to find every day to belong historically male-dominated positions and trades. Society continues to reward the superficial aesthetic which sells. Women is not destined to be aesthetically perfect. Let's stop creating plastic idols. And I'm with them 110%. And then there's a little joke about me on the back. I won't read that. You can.